Hello, and welcome to Studio NB Nano Bytes. We break down technology into tiny little bite-sized bits to make it both easy to understand and easy to watch. Today we're going to be talking about the Dash Pro from Oyen Digital, a 2 terabyte crazy fast flash drive. Now, full disclosure, they did send this to me, but they asked for an honest review, and that's what I'm going to give. So stick around, let's see if this is right for you. Founded in 2005, Oyen Digital specializes in storage for photo, video, graphics, and various other types of content creation. In short, they are focusing on a very hard-to-please demographic, and they've been doing this for over 10 years, probably because they know what they're doing. As we said, this is their beefiest and speediest USB flash drive to date, and at the time of making this video, hands down, the fastest 2 terabyte flash drive on the market. Now, what makes this flash drive different? It uses USB 3.2 Gen 2 to get transfer speeds of up to 1 gigabyte per second. Now, I said gigabyte, not gigabit. For those of you that don't know, a bit is actually 8 times slower than a byte. So if you say gigabit, it is in reality 125 megabytes. That is much, much, much slower. Whereas this gets 1 gigabyte per second. That is 1,000 megabytes. That's ridiculous. With speeds like this, it's very likely that if you experience any bottlenecking, it will actually be due to your computer or the USB port that you happen to be using. Put simply, this thing is a monster. This thing is a little beast. But what if you don't have a USB-C, 3.2 Gen 2, or Thunderbolt 3 or 4 to fully utilize that breakneck speed? Well, don't worry, because this thing still cooks on slower ports as well. Up to 525 megabytes on a USB 3.0. It is very, very likely that your computer has at least one of these. If it doesn't, you need to step your game up just a little bit. 3.0 is old. Upgrade. Upgrades, people. It's plug and play, ready for Windows, Mac, PS4 and 5, and Linux. It also features a USB-C adapter and a USB-A extender, which is handy if you need to plug in an HDMI, and a nice little lanyard. So you can swing it around if you want to, but we don't suggest that because this thing has got some weight to it. It just feels like quality, you know what I mean? Like there was a lot of care, a lot of attention to detail. At just about 3 by 1 inches and weighing in at 2 ounces, it's small and light enough to be easily stored and carried with you wherever you go. The casing is aluminum. Other than protection and impressing your tech friends, this casing also helps with heat dissipation. This is helpful because the cooler the drive stays, the faster it transfers data. And last but certainly not least, there's a little magnet in the cap to help you not lose it. So that's neat. Attention to detail, that's a big deal. Oyen's website currently has it listed for $179, and it's roughly half the size of a Samsung T5, T7, or SanDisk Extreme, which would probably be the next closest comparison. And we say closest because there doesn't actually seem to be anything on the market currently that we can do a true head-to-head comparison with. Searching for 2 terabyte flash drive on Amazon really does not yield great results, especially if you're concerned with transfer speeds. Some of the listings actually didn't even provide this information, which is really, really not a good sign. The closest thing we could find is a flash drive from Kingston, which could match the transfer speed, but was only available at a 1 terabyte. So gig for gig, dollar for dollar, the Dash Pro wins. It gives you the best bang for your buck. So as we said earlier, this and other drives from Oyen Digital are specifically designed for content creators or anyone that needs to move massive amounts of data very quickly. So if that's you, then yeah, go for it. You're gonna love this thing. I have actually been using this as my sole drive to edit off of for about a week now. I have not experienced any hiccups whatsoever, but if you happen to experience some hiccups, well, the support at Oyen is gonna take care of you. Also, there is a automatic 3-year warranty on this thing. Yeah, you're good. You got no worries. But what if you're not a content creator? Well, yeah, this drive is very fast and you'd love it. It would move really quick. But what if you just need storage? What if you don't need crazy fast transfer speeds? You can find 2 terabyte USB flash drives for actually less than $30 on Amazon. But we don't suggest these because they are glacially slow, taking up to roughly 9.5 hours to fill up the entire 2 terabytes. Now, if you need something faster, you can of course get some SSDs for roughly the same size at roughly the same price. But if you just need storage, you might want to go with a traditional HDD. You can actually get a 10 terabyte that is roughly the same price as this. All in all, the Dash Pro from Oyen Digital gets a rating of seriously nothing better. It's good. I don't know what else to say. It's good. You should get it. It's good. If you have any questions you want answered, any tech you want reviewed, let me know in the comments below. Until next time, see ya.